Now just think of it. It's involving relationships. So that's my next little clue for you. So tune in at 2 o'clock when Dr. Fight joins us, and we're going to talk more about that and some other parts of relationships. But in the meantime, let's rehash some trending topics. Hey Val. So let's rehash some trending topics. I didn't get a chance to talk about because we went off on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night was the vice presidential debate. And let me just say this: Kamala did a fantastic job, even though she was working with a douchebag. She did a fantastic job. So congratulations to Kamala. I didn't get a chance to because it came on like Wednesday evening.
Let me just say this: she kicked his ass.
And you know what? And she made him break a sweat. He broke a sweat.
Break a sweat. And then everybody, but the big highlight of the night was the fly that sat on his head for like 2 minutes.
I know. I was like, cause at first I was like, so what the hell is on the side of his head?
That was
and
a
it was
fly.
the fly.
And he didn't realize it, and I just found it funny because people put on Facebook what is flies attracted to, and they're attracted to shit. So the fly, even the fly knows shit when they see it.
But here's my other question: when a fly is around you, a fly is buzzing and it's annoying as heck. So how can you just sit there and not realize that the flies that maybe was stuck into some all that mousse or something? I don't know. But it was just like I was like, ugh, gross.
But she got him, and she had some of those famous black mama looks. When he said stuff, she get their hair lifted.
What was her name? I said she said something on Twitter, and I had to get her.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly. She was. Her comment was, "What's with all of the faces?" I didn't get all that. I normally I don't even reply to people back on Twitter, but I had to reply to her. And that's what I told her. I said, "You're just jealous and envious
because she's a strong black
because
woman.
She's a strong woman. Period. And you're a failure for me and all of your because you failed at the talk show host.
You failed at the talk show host. You don't do anything now." And
you end up getting Tamron kicked off
of NBC.
NBC, and look at Tamron Hall now.
You look at her now, but that's why you sit there and you say, Steve makes this point. He was saying to a woman, you ain't got no man, but that's why you ain't got no job. You ain't got no job. Why? Because you're low down, you're sneaky, and you're dirty with your fake strip lashes that you have on.
Damn. Well, Brianna just handled that one for me. Okay. Well, that was for you, Megyn Kelly.
Did you see her when she be on TV? And
I could never even watch her because I just always thought she was so full of crap.
You couldn't even see her eyeballs. Yeah, they made a great sheet. Oh, she's this great this, she's this great that. That ain't worked in 2 years.
And she only lasted on the Today Show for what?
A month.
I was gonna say, was it 6 months?
A month.
A month. And then they tried to give her own talk show, right?
And she sucked.
And she sucked. Did that last for 6 months or even half a season?
She bombed.
Yep. Because you know why that is? Because you're a horrible human being, and what you put out in the universe, sweetheart, it comes back to you. That's why you have no shows now. And so you can keep on talking about Kamala, and she's the vice presidential nominee, and she will be the vice president.
And here's something else. Maybe her and Candace Owens can start their own haters club.
Oh Lord. Don't you get started on Candace Owens.
I ain't got nothing to say. I want her to come for me. I'm begging you, boo.
Candace, Brianna said she's begging for you to come for her.
You think she gonna come for you? And when T.I. came at her and she ain't had no say so?
I'm begging her. I won't.
But do you honestly think she gonna?
I understand what you're saying, but I want her to make my day. I just want to see your name in my Twitter feed so I can hand you your ass.
Ooh.
Here's
the thing with her.
I want somebody to tell her to comb her hair or take a pressing comb to her hair. Cause stop being on TV and showing that man's head.
Let me say this. I don't know what happens to some women because they start dating men outside of their race or whatever, and you feel like you feel like you can't do the hot comb or the relaxer or something. I don't know.
I don't
but
care what
take
you
something
do.
to it.
Take a hot comb.
And here's it, like just like Megyn Kelly and Candace, they're not going to say anything directly to them. They are cowards. They just want to pretend like, that's beneath me. I'm not gonna respond to this, that, or the other. Yeah, no, it's the fact because you have no legitimate response.
You have no comment.
That's right. That's why you're not.
I'm just saying you see us on live. I know people share us, and we're starting to be well known. Come at me, boo. Come on. I got
She
something.
said, "Come at me." You just like you begging for what you call it. I wish some people would say something to me.
Come on.
You the grass, and I'm gonna mow your ass over and over till it's nothing but dirt. I have no problem.
You know how you get itchy. I just said you feel froggy.
Yep, there you go. You feel all big and strong leaping.
You feel froggy.
Yep.
Leap.
And before your feet
And when
hit
you-
the ground,
and
I'm
when
gonna cut you off at
And
the
when
knees.
you leap, I'm gonna go bam.
Cut your ass off at the knees.
Catch you right with the right hook.
See, here's the thing between us. We're
I'm not
not.
bothering nobody.
We're not talking about being violent. We're just talking about people who are just who just hate other people. What we do here is that we call you out on your BS. That's what Brianna and I do. We call you out on your BS. When you're being nasty to other people, like, what about you? Always turn the camera or the mirror on self before you want to talk about somebody else. Because the whole comment that Megan Kelly made about
that
her
wasn't even
faces
necessary.
wasn't. You could find, the problem is you could find
that's
nothing
the only
else
thing you can
wrong
say.
about the woman. She could say, oh, what's with all the faces?
She had facts.
You know what? The fact of the matter is that it shows when you disagree with people. It shows you have passion. You can empathize with other people. But when you have a stoic look about yourself, what that says is that I'm not getting through to you, or you're not hearing me, or you can care less about what I'm saying. Which is what Pence is. Pence doesn't care about what anybody says.
He was
doesn't care any
deflecting
emotion.
all night. He was deflecting
All he did was say the things that Donald Trump didn't have the opportunity to say during that debacle of first debate. And thank God it wasn't the second one. And I'm praying it won't be a third one.
Well, the second one's supposed to be virtual.
They canceled it. They canceled it.
Because
So
Mr. Man didn't want to be virtual.
Because COVID carrier didn't want to do it.
right, because he wants to do something face to face.
In person.
Who in the hell wants to with
your COVID carrying ass?
Exactly. But all those people out there with this past weekend,
Right,
there
he
were
got
all those
COVID,
people out there.
and he's speaking down and speaking his germs down on people, and he got COVID. I wish I would, but he must be feeling better because that orange tinder's coming back.
Oh, the orange. Okay, so all the drugs that they infused him with, they're wearing off.
Right,
So okay.
Cause look, the devil done got his color back.
Well, they say the devil always gonna come back, given opportunity. So
But
that's just what it is.
But before we continue, I gotta say congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, congratulations,
They won the
Lakers!
title. The trophy is going back to the West Coast. So they won. Congratulations to the Lakers, their first title since 2010, which is when Kobe last won his, and they tied the Celtics for most championships at 17. Magic Johnson was so happy this morning. He said nobody said we was gonna tie the Celtics. We tied the Celtics, and we're not coming. We're gonna win next year. So shout out to the Lakers.
Well, congratulations again to the Lakers. Although I will say honestly, I would have liked to have seen a Game 7.
No.
No, they were having
Because Game 5 was really good, and that guy busted his butt.
But
you have to give them congratulations too, because he played all those minutes, and they were just like, we are not going to get swept. So you have to give them credit. They worked their butt off. So congratulations to them as well. They did.
They were a 5th seed. Nobody gave them any kind of hope of making it to the finals. They made it. But yeah, Jimmy Butler, he ran out of gas.
And he played for the Bulls, right?
Yeah, the Bulls drafted him.
Right.
I bet we looking stupid now.
Right, and that's what said. There was a guy. He said, look at what he did, and the Bulls got rid of him. Well, I can say
that's been going on for a long time for the Bulls.
I said, well, the Bulls got a new front office
because Jamal Crawford, Elton Brand.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll make better choices since they have a new front office.
Derrick Rose.
And I thought about that.
Yeah, they
could have got rid of him.
But speaking of him, where the hell is he? Did he finally retire?
No, he at Utah been averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, he in Detroit.
Well, yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, he in Detroit.
Well, how many teams he done float around to?
Utah, New York, Cleveland, Detroit.
Okay, and remember how much money the Bulls paid him? How much money did Derrick Rose get?
And they could have paid Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
I was very salty because I thought about that. I'm like, damn, the Bulls had him.
Yeah. Well, this guy, he said the same thing. He said, and look what he did. He did an excellent job for them. So
he got 2 triple doubles, but he was out of gas. I think if he had more, they would have won last night and pushed again. But he was out of gas. He was like this.
But he wasn't getting no help. It was just him, Bam, and Butler. He wasn't getting no help.
Like I said, still give them props. So now, hopefully next year in 2021, everybody will have a full season. So I'll get to see all of them in action. So I'll get to know them.
The full season.
Well, I get to.
She ain't gonna watch full season. She gonna wait to playoffs and then watch it.
Well, that's probably the point. Well, no, I have to be because I have to get Scott acclimated to the basketball stuff. But I was surprised with him because he was like, "Babe, who was Green?" He was asking me. I was like,
"Wait." She said she gotta get Scott acclimated to the basketball stuff.
I know a hell of a lot more of the basketball than this guy. He don't even know.
He was asking.
Exactly. He was asking. He was like, "Well, babe, who was Green?" I hear the guys talking about. this guy named Green. And so I'm like, brother, can you explain this to him? Because I
He
really
got-
couldn't. So
he got death threats over the weekend.
what happened? Why they give him that?
Because he missed that wide open shot.
Three.
Damn, it's a ball game, people.
No, but
No, but when you're that wide open,
It's a ball game, people.
his release was late because I seen he
Right.
released as he was coming down instead of at the top height of his
I
jump.
know LeBron cursed him out like you messed up my decision. What the?
Okay, y'all. It was a ball game.
It
But
made
no.
good videos.
It's
it
a
was-
good ball game. Is all I'm gonna tell
But
you.
I just say it was the NBA did wonderful. They with just the COVID overall, they had 0 positive tests the whole bubble.
Awesome.
Well,
Good
except
for them.
House.
Huh?
Except House from the Rockets.
Yeah, but that was before.
Before they
No,
went
it was
into the
during.
bubble?
But he got kicked out.
I'm saying it was.
But that was conduct detriment. But 0 positives. The whole they were there since July. Late
Good
July.
for them.
0 positive tested.
Now, can we say that about the NFL?
No, the NFL.
Okay.
The
They
NFL
travel.
Let it go. They need to get a modified bubble. Everybody that's in their
Yep,
city,
yep.
every team in their city need to go in a hotel, and your family can come see you at the hotel after they've been tested. But that all traveling back and forth.
Well, you got to
Yeah.
think about baseball though. Baseball
So how
travel
many is
too.
tested positive so far for the NFL?
but with the playoffs, came what did baseball do? They in different states, but they at one park.
Oh, baseball is now?
Yeah, like the teams that are playing some are playing at Petco Park in San Diego,
Okay.
and then some are in Texas.
Okay.
But they're in one vicinity.
Yeah. Before their season is cut short, the NFL, they're gonna have to do something about all that because they
Right.
have multiple people testing, and then somebody who was the stupid NFL player that gave this big old some big old event or something.
Darren Waller.
Okay, and how many people was at this event? And they said none of them were wearing masks or anything.
And then somebody on their team tested positive.
Okay, and then so
And
it's
then
going to be more than
And then
that.
the Tennessee Titans, they got an outbreak. They've
Okay,
had,
well they might as well be done for the season.
They've had what 25,
Ooh, ouch!
23.
Ouch!
23 personnel.
Okay, they need
and
to be done for the season.
Players test positive.
Ooh, ouch! That is horrible. They need to be done for the season. That's all I'm saying.
But
Because even you can keep you can continue to be retested and then come back negative. But the fact of the matter is, you still have that in your system at some point in time. So
Right.
they need to be finished. Their season needs to be
Like
done.
Cam Newton, he trying to come back, but he keep testing positive.
Well, Cam, what you doing wrong, Cam?
He's asymptomatic, but he's just testing
But Cam, what
positive.
you keep doing testing positive, babe? What you been out there doing? Is Cam sneaking out doing something somewhere?
No,
We don't know.
Cam on the respect, like people gonna put some respect on his name type thing. So he ain't doing that.
He probably asking himself the same thing. What am I doing? Why do I keep coming back like this? So
Right, so yeah, the problem is the NFL should have done 8 games. 10 max, and you should.
So what's their normal season though?
16.
16.
Yeah, they should have done a half a season. Yep. They should have done a half a season,
You
and then they
should-
would have been able to determine from there the Super Bowl. But yeah, they definitely should have done a half a
Right,
season.
because what y'all
Yeah.
doing is like extra.
Yeah. Probably because all of these team owners, they want to make as much money as they possibly can. So that's what they're doing, and they're
And-
still putting all their players and families at risk.
And I just feel bad for Dak Prescott.
Who the heck is that?
Dak Prescott's the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. He's done for the year.
What's wrong with him? Who beat him up? What he
No,
broke?
he got he had a compound fracture and dislocation of his ankle.
The same injury that took Gordon Hayward out for the Celtics.
Like you literally, they showed that they had to blur it out because you literally see the snap.
Ouch.
He like it hit because his foot was this, and he just went down.
Well, that's ugly and uncomfortable and painful. But I can't really. The only thing I can relate to is the Achilles tear.
But he has,
Yeah.
but he had successful surgery last night, so he
Well, that's good.
should be.
But he is done for the season.
4 to 6 months.
Yeah, he's done. Well, you know what? If you was gonna break something, now is the time, I guess, to break something because you got to be indoors or you know
What?
you got a little bit. So
it sucks for him though, because he was trying to get a long-term deal.
Oh.
So he's on the franchise tag, and he snapped his ankle.
Oh, okay. Well, how many minutes did you get anyway from the jump?
31.4
Okay.
million.
Well, I feel bad for you, but not that bad for you.
He made 2.
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. I feel bad for you, but not that bad.
I mean, you're sitting at home, but you still got. You're like, ain't that bad.
It's guaranteed too.
Yeah.
See, that was okay. So all I said, so I can't feel that bad for you because you're still getting paid, even though you're on the injury list now. You're on the DL now, so disabled list now. So okay. I'm catching up with y'all. I'm getting there.
DL's wrong sport.
Well, it's a disabled list anyway. No matter, it's whatever sport it is, it's the disabled
It's the
list.
pup list.
IR. It's either injured reserve or P